Does the sound work? Is it okay? Can you hear me? Hey folks! Today I'm super tired, as you can maybe tell. I was thinking maybe a little bit of a sketchbook tour, which I've already done, but a sketchbook tour of shame where you can see all of my sketchbooks. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sketchbooks. I have loads more, but these are the ones that I have been working in the past, maybe in the past year or 2-3 years, and that I haven't finished. This is cringe, but yeah, let's dive in. Also, editing Ariane. This video is going to be a long one, so grab a cup of tea, put the kettle on. This is very intimate, sharing all this, so I hope you like it. Ta-ta. I don't know why I said ta-ta, but I did, apparently. Cringe, cringe. I was thinking maybe let's start with this one that you already know, and let's look at the pages that you haven't already seen. I have been feeling kind of stuck lately, and so I haven't been pushing myself really hard, so I've been doing kind of the same thing over and over again. I haven't been pushing myself too hard, and I haven't been drawing every day as well. 21st, 22nd, 23rd, still way in my comfort zone. 24th, 25th, yeah. 26th, 27th. And then I missed a few days, I guess. 28th, and then 31st of March. Yeah, I missed a few days there. And then again on the 2nd, so I missed the 1st, 3rd and 4th. Yeah, so that was my self-portrait sketchbook, and it's a Leuchtturm. It's the Leuchtturm that's 120 grams paper, and it's got, I think, 250 pages, which is a good number of pages, and it's really good quality paper. When you use these types of markers, it kind of bleeds through, but not too much, but it does a bit, so keep that in mind. But it's good enough quality paper. I love Leuchtturm, but it's a pricey thing to have. So the next few, I had these two. I bought at a local art store. It's called Cultura. I don't know if it exists in any other country here, other than France. Let's begin with this one. This is the sketchbook where I wanted to do gouache and watercolor studies, and a lot of these are just me copying for studying the works of Terran Knight. And this is cringe. I don't know if anyone wants to see that. It's just me trying to copy the work of an artist that I really admire and doing a crappy job of it, because I really struggle with watercolors. Yeah, these are horrible imitations, copies of a great artist, Terran Knight, who I think on Instagram is called Terran Draws. And yeah, this one I didn't even finish. So it's a mix of watercolors and gouache, yeah. And this is a little scribble of Kazuo Iwamura's mice. And there, I told myself I would work on my watercolors and gouache skills in 2022, and I've kind of abandoned it, but I know that it's something that I will pick up again. And this is poor quality paper, so it does crinkle when you put water on it too much, but I kind of like it still. I love crinkly paper. And this yellow one is I don't know, since it's a cheaper sketchbook and it's smaller, at first I kind of used it as a journal, and I've quickly stopped using it as a journal because I have standards for myself that are way too high. So drawing / journaling, I have to make it perfect, and what's the point of making something perfect when it's in a sketchbook? So these were kind of experiments with how to represent myself, how to draw myself. Maybe I was playing around with shapes and with likeness. There I was thinking that I kind of like curves and things being like more wobbly and curvy. I like it, but I want to keep the likeness, and so these were experimentations with drawing emotions, and as you can tell, it's not something that I've worked on a lot, so it's a bit weird. So there's happy and laugh, excited, mad, sad, scared, kind of shameful or depressed, I guess, serious or thoughtful, anxious and ecstatic. This was done the week of my birthday in 2022, so when I turned 27 and I was like, please call me sir, haha, I feel like an adult now, and I had this job at a chocolate factory at the time, and I just had to wrap chocolates all day long, and I could eat all the chocolates I wanted. And I really loved this job, even though it was in a factory. But yeah, it didn't last. And needless to say, they fired me as soon as Christmas was over. And this is when I started really getting into quilting. Those kind of quilty, patchworky scribbles. Drawings of things I wanted to try quilting, so I was trying to simplify my drawings. This is the tea we drink every morning with my partner. Yeah, this was, I guess, a rough study for a painting I wanted to do. Never did it. This was a study for a quilt I wanted to make, which I started making and never finished. Crap. But this is a sketchbook, and that was just like blah 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 blah. Yeah, a little rose that I don't know where I did. And this is a study of the quilted butterfly wings by Carson Ellis, which I really want to make myself a pair of. Still haven't found the time to do it though. And this is after I moved here in Beaujolais, and at the time I was wearing a lot of pink. This is the view I have from the bench that we installed in my garden. This is my foot, I guess, unfinished. And this is scribbles that I think I started scribbling these when I discovered the work of Gemma Kuhlman, and I really love the fact that in her paintings there's always a feeling of preciousness, of things being small and kind of collections, treasures. So I was doodling all of my treasures, and I was imagining painting a self-portrait of me surrounded by little portraits of things I love. I never did it either. I should maybe do it. And yeah, I think I did these when I was at work. And this is a time where, as you can tell, maybe you can tell if you've used Domestika, I had started working on Sarah van Dongen's Domestika course. So this was part of it, and I really hated this page. Then I worked on character studies, and I really hated the page, but now I kind of like it. And then I went on a walk another day and I found mushrooms, and then I was like, oh, I should draw mushrooms. So there, mushrooms and an nasturtium leaf and geranium leaves. And then this was the first time I started to work on a mouse. This is a little rabbit that is so ugly. And same rabbit, still so ugly. And this is on the 16th of December when I got into self-portraits again. And this was before I started with the green sketchbook, the self-portrait sketchbook. Yeah, and I really hate this self-portrait. I know the shadows are ugly. They look like I have mud on my face, and they don't look like shadows, but I don't know, it was a start. And I was trying to work on clothes for my mice. And then the following pages are pages from the 30-day drawing challenge by Wendy McNaughton, which she does on her Substack every January. I think, yeah, January, because I started it on the 1st of January. So first day, the prompt was more and less, and you had to do a list, an illustrated list of things you want to do more of in January and things you want to do less of. So day 2 you had to do shapes, and day 3 still shapes, and I struggled with just doing shapes. So I went on a walk and I did shapes of the mountains I could see from where I was walking, but to be honest, I really hated most of the things. No, the first I really loved, the first prompt, and then when it was just doodling, I really hated it. Do I hate doodling? I think I kind of had this feeling in my brain where I think doodling is not really drawing, and I really hated this prompt. I hated what I did with it, I guess, but I loved this one. I loved doing lines. I have this thing where I think a doodle is not really worthy of my sketchbook. So, and it's really funny because I used to doodle a lot when I was in high school and in primary school and in middle school. Ever since I've stopped doodling, I've also reduced a lot my drawing time. So day 7, I had to represent my favorite object of 2023, and it's my e-reader, which my sisters gave me for my birthday, and I really love it so much. I was trying to reduce my screen time, and I was trying to fool my brain into thinking my e-reader was my phone, and it kind of worked. Day 8, I had to draw some food that I loved, and I drew some jelly and strawberry jelly. It's like the jelly my partner loves the most, and it's the one that we always have at breakfast. And then day 9, it was nature, I think, and I drew some mimosa because I had bought a big bouquet of mimosa, and I love it. It looks so cute, and I really love this little drawing. I really love it. It's so cute. Day 10, it was blind contour day. Oh God, I hated it. I hate not doing something perfectly. And this looks like nothing I can use, so I was like, this sucks, I hate it. Day 11 was clothes, and this is the first first jumper that I knitted, so it was my favorite piece of clothing, and now I kind of hate it. Day 14, more blind contour, left hand drawing, upside down, negative space. This was one that I really loved doing, and I did it like in 10 minutes right before going to sleep. This is my bedroom, so yeah, I was really proud of this one. Dancing / drawing. I hated this prompt because I felt like I wasn't good at it. To be clear, I didn't hate doing the challenge. Like, I love Wendy Mac. I think her prompts are so good. But I really struggled with it because she teaches you to like let go of expectations and just have fun, and my teenagehood / childhood traumas make it really difficult for me to have fun doing anything. Yeah, so I struggle with fun. I always want to be serious and to do great things. Yeah. Day 18, Light and Shadow. Days 19 and 20, we worked on an inside weather chart, and I kind of hate it and love it at the same time. A self-portrait that's kind of cartoony, and we worked on lettering, and I did a little bit of something that is kind of patchworky, and I really love this thing. It's not perfect, but I really love it. A list. We had to work on a list, and so I listed all my musical instruments, past, present, or the ones that I dream of. And then I had to do an illustrated journal, so yeah, I just illustrated my day, and then I had to reflect on the 30 days drawing challenge, and then I had to make myself a fake diploma that I could show you right now. This is my fake diploma. I love it so much. I think I was supposed to spend 10 minutes on it, and I spent like an hour and a half doing it. I love it. Yeah, this is research on how to transform my mouse pattern into a gnome pattern. Spoiler alert. Yeah, this was research on some gnomes that I want to sew. And so this is a prompt from Wendy McNaughton's Substack newsletter, and it was fake books, and I really loved this prompt, and I kind of want to make myself like real fake books, like out of wood or something. I thought I was really funny with this one. And this little one is just called Why Does My Cat Poop on the Floor and Other Mysteries. I thought I was really funny with the second one as well. My sister has been doing this little monthly gifts package where she just gifts me a book every month with some chocolate and some tea. It's really, really sweet. I love this. And so I was so grateful. I wanted to draw her every month, my favorite scene from the book she gifted me. And the first book she gifted me in January 2024 was, how's it called? By TJ Klune. So I was trying to make an illustration. And so I had to do research about all the characters in the book and kind of reread it intentionally and try to figure out how I wanted to draw the characters, and it was really fun. Yes, I'm doodling about my cat and how to take care of her. This is a portrait of my mom, and it's really not flattering, but at the same time I kind of love it. Cabbage leaves, my partner. Really not flattering portraits of my partner. He doesn't look like that. He's quite handsome actually. And this is my grandma, and it doesn't look like her at all either, so there you go. My aunt doesn't look like her. My cat, some doodles inspired by Megan Wang again, my granddad. This is a sketch that I did for I love to write mail and I love mice, so meow meow. It's a project of mine. Maybe it will be the name of my future newsletter, who knows. This is the research that I did for the little animation that you can see at the beginning of my videos. And guys, folks, people, you may have noticed in my previous video that I've been obsessed with Sophie McPike's YouTube and then her Instagram. 4 days ago I joined the Scribble brigade, and I joined Sophie McPike's Patreon, and these are sketches I did during the Scribble Brigade. So these are just some swatches, and I feel like ever since 4 days ago, which sounds so naive, I've had a rough couple of days, but rewatching the Scribble Brigade along with Sophie McPike, who's such a cute human being, has brought me so much peace and so much joy. So these are awful little doodles that I still really like because they remind me of the time spent scribbling. And yeah, it was the theme of the Scribble Brigade was classic animation backgrounds, and yeah, some more Scribble Brigade. Lilo and Stitch, my favorite. I had a lot of fun doing them last night. I still have a few more pages to go, but I feel like if I do a couple of more Scribble Brigades, I will finish this sketchbook really quickly. So yeah, that was my yellow sketchbook. This is a square sketchbook that I bought for, I think, under €3. It's crazy. At a French store called Action, which is a store. It's kind of a general store, but with a lot of art. It's an everything store. It's crazy, and everything there is so cheap that I think that they must use slave labor. It's the only reasonable explanation, but I did buy this thing because I have no money. It was watercolor paper, and it was so cheap, but it was good watercolor paper. So this, I started it. It was my first ever Scribble Brigade, and I was trying to do watercolor and gouache. But I mean, these were 10-minute drawings, and I'm not used to watercolor or gouache, and I love them and hate them at the same time. Yeah, this one is quite awful. I suck at pastels as well, but yeah, this one I just started a few days ago and did a few sketches in, but it's going to be my watercolor and gouache new sketchbook, and this green one is going to just be the part 2 of my yellow sketchbook now, which is the one where I do stuff that I don't care if it's pretty or not, because it's the one that was really cheap. These 3 sketchbooks are A4 as well, so kind of big sketchbooks but thin ones. And they were a set of 3 sketchbooks that I bought from Cultura as well. And I think the 3 of them were like 8 or 12 euros or something. So I had this first one that was for working on some research on a book that I kind of loved and wanted to illustrate. That's The Island of the Three Sisters trilogy by Nora Roberts. And I mean, I never got to illustrate it, but there was some research, inspo stuff, research on the fauna and flora of the country it's settled in. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing, but I was doing some research on color palettes, scribbles, doodles, stuff about witches dancing. Yeah, and there was too much of a difference between what I wanted, what I was seeing in my head and what I was doing, and I think I wasn't really clear on what my style was and what the technique I wanted to use was, and I was just doing some research. So character research, I really hate these. So yeah, this I used to hate, and now I really love this page. It's funny. Some color palettes research, trees research. This one I used to hate and I still hate. This drawing is kind of interesting. I used to hate it, but now I kind of maybe like it. And this is a drawing that I quite love, based on a picture someone took of Mehdi and I. And then I started working on the book again, and this is ugly as fuck. And then again, still ugly as fuck, but I don't know. It's something I did, and I did it, and it's good that I tried. And still some work on some tarot cards. I don't know what these scribbles are. Still some work on the island. Oh yeah, I remember. I was watching a documentary on Netflix and trying to doodle as I was watching. Yeah, so baboons. I don't know what birds. I don't know what this is supposed to be. A bird? A landscape? I don't know. And there I totally abandoned my project. And this was done during the first lockdown. And these were images of what I was imagining the books would be: the Three Sisters Island, so the Magic Inn, the Three Sisters Cafe Bookshop. And I really loved these ones that I had made totally. Not this one I hate. But this is the cottage. Nell's cottage. I don't know. This is a really cringe sketchbook for me. This one I think is kind of a sketchbook where I dump ideas. This was a sketch I had made that I turned into a lino cut that I really loved. This sketchbook, I think I did some studies for a book I wrote about my great-grandma, Antula. She was Greek. Nudie sketch. Still a Dance Upon the Air. Nora Roberts. Some trees. I don't know, it's an everything sketchbook. This was when I had an exhibition. So I did a reading of Homer's hymn to Demeter, and about 4 people came, including my mum, my dad, and some guy, Will, who worked at a radio, and he came to support me, and now he passed away. Thinking about you, Will, wherever you are. And then, I don't know, what is this? Yeah, work on my book, still, Antula. And then some studies of ancient Greek art. I really love these sketches. Oh, I love them. It was a time, where I also was studying I kind of wanted to become a painter / a tattoo artist. So I was kind of studying my drawings to become potential tattoos, and I really love this little doggy. Oof, he's so cute. He's so cute. Yeah. Some more Greek art studies that I hoped to maybe turn into tattoos. Yeah. Some more Greek art. Yeah. I think this is Persephone, because she's handing a pomegranate. I keep hitting the tripod. Some vases. I really love drawing collections of stuff, especially vases. This is my partner's neck. This is my friend Camilla. And I really love this portrait. It really does look like her. This is a chicken that I drew because I have a friend who really loves chickens. Anyway, this is supposed to be Joey Tribbiani from France, Matt LeBlanc. Doesn't look anything like him. That was my everything sketchbook, and then I had my Domestika courses sketchbook. when I took Adolfo Serra's Domestika courses. I had like a big week of doing his courses on Domestika and just sketching stuff. I think it was in 2020. So yeah, I did some figs and I really loved this page. But it was kind of tricky because I started out this sketchbook with this drawing, which I loved, and then it kind of set up a really high standard for what this sketchbook was supposed to be. And then I did some fig leaves as well. Still fig leaves, I really love figs. Some other fig leaves, and I was having a lot of fun doing this, and I think I should maybe do it again, start it up again, playing around with paint and with materials and with mixed media. Some of the fig leaves. I was having a lot of fun. And then I did some mountains. I should start up gouache and acrylics again. And then I painted my cat. I had just got her and she was so small. And then some fish that we bought at the market with my partner. This is my cat. She's so sweet. She used to be so small. I love this little one. I love this page. Ruth Ann is the name of my cat. This is a self-portrait that I painted with my menstrual blood because I'm such a cliche. This was a prompt by Adolfo Serra as well. I think it was, yeah, blind contour. And then some tests, red, blue, some swatches, yellow, black. Still my cat. I feel like you can really tell how influenced I was by Adolfo Serra at the time, because yeah. And then some color tests. I had a lot of fun doing this, I think. A little bear that I did. I think I was trying to work on a picture book, which I never did because I couldn't find the time or didn't know where to begin. Some colors, tests of stuff, paintings, paints and colors, shapes. I used to hate what I did in this page and now I kind of love it. I love the shapes, the blobbiness of it. I love that I had fun doing it. Still shapes and colors stuff. Yeah, shapes and colors, still doing some character studies, some life drawing, and I love this. How did I think of doing that? I love what I did. I love how the juxtaposition of things. I love this page, and yeah, I love the black here. Yeah, a collection of pomegranates, a collection of drawings of my cat, and a mouse. And I really love this cat face. I had a phase of doing cats just like that, and I love it. I should do it more. A collection of teapots and teacups, because I love having tea. And this is Edia ASMR on YouTube. I was watching her YouTube and I drew her. This was a study of another course by Adolfo Serra about children's picture book drawing, and I wanted to illustrate Anne with an E, Anne of Green Gables. And then I did this page, which I hated. And then, yeah, I should rip this off. And then I stopped using. This sketchbook. I think a study of fruits. I love this page as well. Study of fruits. And yeah, and I think I got stuck. And it's super stupid, but I got stuck because of this page, because I couldn't figure out how to do what I wanted to do, which is stupid. I should take up Tell me, would you want to see a video about me and all the Domestika courses that I want to take? Should I maybe make videos where I finish Domestika courses that I bought? Because I keep buying Domestika courses on a whim because they're so cheap, and then I keep starting them and not finishing them, just like my sketchbooks. Sketchbook is nice. And that's it for this video, folks. Thanks for watching. If you're really observant, you might have noticed that I've lost the footage of one of the sketchbooks, the big black one, the A4. I will show it to you some other time. Thank you. See you soon.